On today's Demo Disc Days, we're taking a look at the official UK PlayStation Magazine issue 36 disc, which was an exclusive Tekken 3 demo disc. And as you can tell by the menu screen, the only demo on there is for Tekken 3. That's right, they somehow got an exclusive one game only demo disc for this issue of Tekken 3. That just shows you how massive Tekken was back in the day and how much of a big deal Tekken 3 was. So it looks like the demo disc has the same Tekken 3 intro as the actual game. So while this is just playing, because I don't think it's any different, I'll just talk about it. So yeah, this was September 1998 issue, and I think they actually changed what was actually planned for that month at the last minute, so they must have got like a deal from Namco and Sony to say, yeah, we're going to do this demo disc. And one of the cool things about it was that it actually had a fairly decent CD case. It was all black, it looked different from the usual dual ones, and it had like just the Tekken 3 logo on it, and the demo disc itself is actually a picture disc. It's one of the few times where the magazine actually did that, and it actually looks better than the actual disc for the actual game, because it's a full shot of Jin Kazama's face, whereas in the actual retail version of Tekken 3 it was a smaller little picture on the disc, and it didn't quite look as good, I thought. So yeah, where to begin with Tekken 3? I honestly think it's one of the greatest fighting games ever made. I think as a series best, this is definitely up there in like the number 1 or the number 2 spot. I mean, I always have a fond memory of Tekken 3. It's one I played the most. It's where I learnt the game the most. Most of my skills from the later Tekkens, it all stemmed from this game because I sunk so many hours into it. It's where I learned all the moves for Nina, Williams, Law, King, Jack. They all sort of started here because this is where the bigger combos came into it with this game, because 2 and 1 were kind of more basic, whereas this one, there was a lot to it, and it was just so much fun mastering the combos for a character and trying to do that 10-hit combo. So the only option is arcade, and we've got 2 characters to pick from, Ling Xiaoyu and Eddie Gordo. So let's just go with Eddie Gordo first, and we're going to be fighting Lei Wulong, the Hong Kong police cop. So yeah, and to be honest, I still think this looks great. The 3D polygon characters that they're using here still hold up, I think, quite well. The animations are smooth. It is a little bit slower than what you remember back in the day, but that's only because we're spoiled with the likes of like Tekken 5, Tekken Tag 2, and the latest Tekken 7, where they feel silky smooth. But for me, this is one of the more bare Tekkens, because it's just pure fighting. It hasn't got that stupid rage arts in it. You can't really juggle opponents in the air for like forever, you know what I mean? It's more realistic, I think, in that respect. It's not over the top like some of the later Tekkens, and I really like this game. I think it's so cool. So yeah, we've dispatched Lei Wulong pretty quickly there, though we did get a few hits in. Okay, so that looks like that's pretty much it. It just shows us the character usage screen. So yeah, mine would always be Nina as the first one, then Law, and then it would just be a handful of the others, but Nina would have the majority of the percentage because I just played with her so much. None of my friends could beat my Nina and my Law for most of the time. So yeah, I used her a lot. Up until the point where friends would tell me not to use her and I'd have to pick another character, but like, 8 times out of 10 I'd still beat them anyway. So yeah, Ling Xiaoyu was another good one, and I think this demo is the reason why I like this character so much, because I think I must have just played this demo so much and I learnt the character and a fair chunk of her moves, so she's one that I will still dip in and out of in some of the later Tekkens, even though I'm doing a bit crap here, not really showing those skills, but yeah, we did enough to get him. It doesn't matter how flashy it is, as long as you get that W. So yeah, it still feels great. It's a little bit slow, like I said, but for the most part you can still play this game and have a lot of fun. The music's cool. The only thing that shows its age a little bit, I would say, is the background, because it's just a 2D image and the floor is 3D up until a certain point in distance. But other than that, I still think this looks great and plays really cool. Yeah, we'll finish him off with a throw. Boom, check out that replay. Nice. So yeah, it's obviously a really short demo. I don't have any mates around to do 2-player, so we're just gonna, I guess, just carry on playing a few more goes of this until I just think I've done enough and rambled enough. But yeah, Tekken 3, man, what a game. And I love like when you unlock the bonuses like Tekken Force and Tekken Ball, and just going through those modes and unlocking all the characters and, you know, seeing all the different endings with every single character. And I remember like, I think, is Ling Xiaoyu's one in this an anime? And it's at the amusement park or something. And then you've got like Gon, the little dinosaur. His one's just like this CGI cutscene where it just loops constantly and just goes round and around. And if you don't press X, it'll just carry on playing. It was so cool. You know, this game introduced us to Ling Xiaoyu, Eddie Gordo, the ultimate button masher character who you can easily get a win with. Harang was in this one with the kicks. You know, just press X and circle, and you could do a load of kicks. And he was really cool. He was a cool character to use. And then what's the new one in this? There was Tiger and Eddie Gordo, alt skin. I can't remember now. Was that it? Jin Kazama, yeah, he was another new one. That he replaced Kazuya Mishima. And Ling Xiaoyu sort of replaced Jin Kazama, didn't she? So yeah, plenty of cool new characters. I think this was one of the few games where like every new character they added became a classic, really. Even Dr. Boskonovich, for all the wrong reasons, he became a classic character. But yeah, he was probably the worst character in the game because he was just like this drunken doctor who would always fall over. I never really used him much because he was just so awkward to use. But yeah, Nina Williams, definitely one of my favourites. Forrest Law, a new character in this game as well, the son of Martial Law. Control very similar though, so it wasn't really much of a departure. It just allowed them to, because of the story going through time, it allowed them to have all the characters return within a kind of different way kind of thing, whereas Nina was frozen cryogenically, so she came out and was still the same age. Paul Phoenix was older, you know, and Aihachi was older as well, and things like that. So yeah, it was really cool. The final boss, Ogre, and then transforming into True Ogre, that was really cool. Though it was kind of an easy fight, but it was this big like demon with wings and a snake arm, and yeah, absolutely terrifying. The music in that final act was really nice. Yeah, just so many cool memories of this game, man. It's just bringing it all back. I remember getting it, and my friends, two of my mates, would come round to mine at the weekends, and we'd just spend most of our time just playing Tekken 3. You know, winner stays on. It would usually be me, not to brag, but it actually would. And eventually I would just let it go and let the other guys fight it out. And I remember lending it to my mates sometimes. And they'd spend like a week just playing it, learning a character. And then they'd come back to mine the next weekend, return the game, and we'd play. And, you know, all of a sudden one of the guys is using Brian Fury and he knows all the moves, you know. And it was great because, like, he might get the drop on me a little bit because I didn't know what to expect because I'd never seen him use it before, so there'd be a big battle there and maybe he would take me out for one round or win a match. Then he'd be like, okay, well, I'd start to learn all your moves and know what you're going to do, and then we'd have these big battles and it'd just be really cool. It was a nice back and forth, and I've never really had that with any other Tekkens until Tekken 7, where I started to play with Devs All Day and Roberto Delonio that you'd see on the channel. So yeah, it was great, and I'm going to finish it there because I just got a double perfect. But yeah, Tekken is a great game, and Tekken 3 is absolutely superb. So I hope you've enjoyed this little brief look at the demo disc. Just to end it here, I'm going to go back to the menu and we're going to take a look at the video. Now this is probably about 2-3 minutes long, so I'll just let it play out, and yeah, that'll be it for me. I'll catch you in the next part of Demo Disc Days where we take a look at the magazine itself. So yeah, cheers, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.